What's going on, people? It's your boy Tots back again, and Arsenal smash Leeds to go 7 points off top of the table going into the game on Sunday with Spurs facing Man City and Aston Villa facing Brentford. And Arsenal finally respond with a great performance away from home, their biggest away victory of the season in the Premier League. And yeah, what can I say about the performance, man? Some very good performance, and I feel like this game was due to the fact of our attackers finally coming to the party, actually helping out our defense, because I feel like our defense has done their job for the majority of the season. They provided a decent base for the attackers to go on and actually provide a little bit of quality in the final third. And again, a lot of times we've actually not done that. A lot of kind of set pieces being relied upon. But I feel like in this game, that a lot of the attackers that we did have actually performed very, very well. Obviously, before the game, Saka goes off with an injury. Hopefully, it's not too severe and too long. Goes off in the warm-up, so Madueke starts. And I'm thinking, Madueke, listen, you need a good game, man. There's a couple of games where you've not kind of taken the initiative. And when you've started, especially in the week, I don't think you had a particularly great game. But in this game, I feel like this was his best performance in the Premier League for Arsenal, man, because I think he was actually efficient when it comes to providing decent moments which led to goals. Like, again, he's always tricky. He always is on the byline. He always kind of tries to take on his man. But he actually provided a moment of quality, a couple of moments of quality, actually, to actually help Arsenal win the game, which is what I think he needs to do on a consistent basis, for the simple fact that it's all good looking nice and quick and fancy. But if you don't have those kind of decisive moments as an attacker, then again, people are not going to label you as a serious threat. So yeah, I feel like he definitely had a good game. Again, going on to the first goal, it is obviously a corner by Madueke, headed away by Leeds. We recycle the ball, goes back to Madueke, goes onto his left foot, puts in a very good ball, fantastic ball, in fact, into the path of Zubimendi. And Zubimendi is very good in the air, man. Underrated, wins a lot of aerial duels, has a fantastic leap, and he leaps in to head into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Arsenal. And in the balance of play, there's not a lot of chances in the game at the start of the game, but I feel like through the kind of the momentum of us kind of pushing, winning corner after corner, trying to get that final first goal ahead of Leeds, who weren't really occupying our defense at all, I feel like we did deserve that kind of first goal. And then we kind of carried on, which is what I liked from this Arsenal performance. We didn't kind of rest on our morals. We kind of carried on, tried to kind of score the second goal, and we did end up scoring the second goal. Another couple of corners. There was one corner by Madueke that went to the back stick. Gyökeres tried to head it back, and he was unlucky that no one was on the end of it. Maybe Havertz should have been on the end of that one. But then it was another corner that comes in, wicked delivery into a dangerous area. But I've got to say, it is a howler by the keeper, Darlow. Sorry. I don't know what he was doing, to be honest with you. He tried to punch it out, but again, there's a lack of communication with the Leeds kind of the defenders and goalkeeper, because again, there was no actual Arsenal players anywhere near that kind of situation. So yeah, he kind of punches it into his own net when he didn't actually need to, but to make it 2-0. But again, you got to take and give credit to Madueke for that delivery to put those kind of defenders and the goalkeeper under pressure, and then he ends up making the mistake to make it 2-0. That's 2-0 in the game, and also again, thoroughly deserving of that 2-0 kind of scoreline, because Leeds did not offer a threat at all in the first half. Lack of intensity, lack of pressure. I will give it credit to Arsenal to kind of slow down the pace and dictating possession so much, where Leeds and Leeds fans don't really get any kind of moment of enjoyment, excitement to kind of jump up and kind of be happy or praise or kind of cheer or rally the team, because Arsenal are just so dominant, possession, controlling the ball. Obviously, I said on the watch along, in the second half, it's going to be maybe a different game, because again, Leeds are going to have to go for it, kind of have to bring more intensity. And in the first kind of 15 minutes, they did try their best, Leeds. They probably should have scored their only shot on target, Stack from a corner, free header, goes into the path of Raya. Probably should have done much better than that. And they were pressuring Arsenal, man. Arsenal were on the ropes a little bit in terms of last ditch tackles and blocks and the clearances and stuff like that. And you just from an Arsenal perspective, you're just hoping that Arsenal can hold on and get a final goal, man. And again, for me, there's an opportunity. Trossard did very well putting the ball into Gyökeres, and this is one of kind of the criticism I have of Gyökeres, man. Didn't kind of open up his body quick enough, man. And we've seen it on a number of occasions against Port Vale. I think against Wolves was another one. There's been a few about Athletic Bilbao where he gets through on goal, Nottingham Forest. He gets through on goal in these situations, and they don't accumulate a proper shot at goal. He either gets blocked or gets closed down, and that's definitely something he has to work on, man. Again, it's one of those things where he just needs to kind of shoot first time. He took a touch, and obviously the defender came on and blocked it, so that was disappointing. But he did make up for it with actually scoring the third goal, which killed off the game. And again, great play by Martinelli. And I will give credit to Mikel Arteta. He brought on some good substitutions. Martinelli on the right side, which is something I wouldn't have done, but he brings him on. He brings on Odegaard, and I do feel like the subs actually have a good game. I think Odegaard had one of his better games he's had in the last 4 or 5. He was actually progressing the ball, passing forward, trying to play through the lines. And that's all that we ask. You just try and progress the ball forward and try and play risky passes because we need you to create, especially when you're playing number 10. He comes on for Havertz, who I thought had a quiet game, but again, I think he's obviously coming to terms with the physicality of the Premier League compared to the Champions League. And this is his first kind of start all season, I think it is, in the Premier League. So yeah. And yeah, Martinelli on the right, man, beats his man. He earned a free kick before that, but he beats his man, gets to the byline, goes back on his left foot, puts in a great ball in, and it's fantastic movement by Gyökeres. Actually muscles off a defender, glides into obviously a period of the pitch, and yeah, puts it into the back of net. I think he comes off his shin, but they all count. Past the goalkeeper, maybe should have done a little bit better, but the power kind of beats him, and that kind of kills off the game. It was a very important goal. It kills off the game, kills off the momentum, and then Arsenal were able to make some more substitutions. Kind of Fury came on, who I thought looked more solid than he did in midweek. And then Gabriel Jesus comes on, and Gabriel Jesus in a nutshell, bro. Like, in the first 2 minutes, he misses 2 big chances, of course, where he could have made it 4-0. A chance that obviously he just hit wide past the post. And then a header, great balling by Timber, good movement by Gabriel Jesus, but a header straight at the keeper. And you're thinking, this is the problem with Jesus. But again, he kind of makes amends as well, man. Balling by, I think, Odegaard into a dangerous area. Again, passing forward, passing progressively into an area where you can hurt the opposition. Great skill by Gabriel Jesus. Kind of does a fake kind of drag and roll, holds off the defender, and then, yeah, just swipes it with his right foot into the bottom corner. Doesn't even look at the goal. And the keeper has absolutely no chance, man. One of those goals where the keeper, there's no point even diving. It's just the pace of the shot is just too fast for them to even get anywhere near it. And that makes it 4-0 and then puts the icing on the cake for Arsenal to get their biggest away win of the Premier League so far this season. And maybe their biggest away win in general in all competitions. So yeah, man, overall, fantastic response from 3 games where we didn't win in the Premier League. 2 draws and a loss against Man United in the last game. And we go 7 points clear up until obviously tomorrow, Sunday, where Aston Villa and Manchester City face their games, man. And obviously credit to the team for bouncing back and a bit more risk-taking in terms of being more progressive when it comes to our attack as well. They're finally doing their job in terms of being more assertive in the final third and helping the defense out, man. When we're under the bit of cosh, look at the goal. The third goal is a perfect example. The defense is under the cosh because it's only 2-0 lead. We got up the other end and we're clinical. Where Gyökeres actually puts the ball in the back of the net and it's 3-0, game done. Do you know what I'm saying? Puts a bit of pressure off the defense. So I think we need to see that a bit more from the attackers. They need to chip in and score more goals. I know tactically as well, sometimes they're a bit more restrained, which I understand and I agree with as well. But again, it's up to the players too to kind of maintain their level of kind of top level quality of being able to be the final kind of difference maker in these kind of tight games as well. So yeah, 4-0. Happy with that. Obviously, credit to the manager as well for the substitutions, because I do feel like everyone came on and had a decent impact on the game. Jesus scored. Odegaard had an assist. Martinelli had an assist. So fair play to the manager for getting that right as well. And we move on to the Chelsea game, which I think is a massive game. For me, the biggest game of the season so far for us to try and get to a cup final. First one in 6 years. Can we do it? I don't know. But we'll have to wait and see. We are obviously 1 goal up from the first leg. So we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, you guys in the comments, let me know what you think about the game. What are your thoughts on the game? And if we can go on and win a trophy this season. And for more content, you guys know what to do. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, the like button, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'm out, people. It's been your boy Tops, starting to play the game. Until next time, people, I'm out. Peace and love.